Right, welcome back to another Dune Awakening video today, or rather, this is the first week. I think I messed that up. No, today we're gonna go to the deep desert officially. It is time for me to get to the deep desert. Alright, I know I've been delaying a little bit, but then again, that's the whole idea. You do not need to rush to the deep desert. Yeah, that's it. Simple as that. And of course, you need some stuff before you get into the deep desert. Primarily a spice refinery, because this guy would be one of the main buildings that you will need to build in the deep desert. Yeah, and the whole idea of getting into the deep desert is actually to farm end game materials anyway. So that's one. And of course, there are a few items that is locked, unfortunately, because you need the spice. Yeah, the spice must flow. One of the biggest thing you need is actually, where is it? So we have the advanced, no, not advanced refineries. Yes, you need the medium chemical refinery, and this guy requires spice melange. So the progression is very straightforward. You need a spice refinery, then you can get your, not fabricator, then you can get your chemical refinery medium. The reason why you need a medium chemical refinery is that you need the first, I can't pronounce that word properly. You need this guy. You need this fiber, which is only available in the deep desert. And in order to do that, you need the medium chemical refinery. That's it. Like, that is the literal bottleneck for plastinium ingot. Is it requires spice. Yeah. And so the first round, you definitely need a spice refinery. So I'm having mine, refining some stuff. And of course, you want to make your way up to the large ore refinery. That's the typical progression. Spice, medium chemical, and then large ore refinery. After that, you can do whatever you want. You can take your sweet time to get to medium spice refinery, then large spice refinery. Do note every refinery upgrade, every tier per se, like for example, small ore refinery to medium ore refinery, there is a material refining efficiency, and of course large ore refinery is the best, and so on, right? Chemical refinery, same thing as well. To medium chemical refinery, we don't have a large chemical refinery just yet, so let's see what will happen. Spice, we have medium and large, which is interesting. And the most important thing is actually the Freeman Death Still, because refining spice melange, you need lots and lots of water. 750, that's crazy. A lot. And then if you want to go to plastinium ingot, don't go to plastinium first. Duraluminum requires 500, plastinium is 1250. That is on the medium ore refinery. Of course, large will be a little bit more efficient, but still, that's a lot of water. So I've laid out the things that I need to. Usually I like to build them in the Haga Basin just so that I have all the materials that I need. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's walk through. Survival Fabricator, Freeman Death Still. I do not need the Advanced Death Still because it is resource intensive. That's for sure. And I want to put more resources on the medium ore refinery, definitely storage container, medium water chisholm, I think I pronounced that correctly, and spice refinery. And of course I have to make space for the medium chemical refinery, which requires, that's a lot, okay, 150 duraluminum ingot. Now do note, in the deep desert everything is 50% off in terms of building, so technically I can have everything double over there, which is nice. So that's one preparation I need to. In fact, everyone should go through this preparation. Sure, you can just dive into the deep desert with just your omnitopter, but there are a few things you can't do much. And one of them, or rather the last thing on the list, is actually the Cutter Ray Mark V. Yes, I did a little bit of grinding last week, and today is a new week for the deep desert, and that's why I want to make this video. Yeah, super simple, super easy. I have two Omnitopters. I have the Scout, I have the Assault. Recommended that you unlock and build the Assault Omnitopter before you go to the deep desert because you're gonna haul a lot of items. Okay, we have reached to the deep desert, and the first thing first is finding a good spot. And one of the reasons why lots of people like to hang out in the deep desert is that the chat is quite lively. Yes, sirree. Lively chat. Okay, let's see. Normally I like to... Ooh, there's lots of buildings over here. So first thing, obviously, is to survey. Is this high enough? 600 meters. No, because here's... I know I have to go a little bit higher. One of the things that I like to build my first base or my initial base when I first arrive to Deep Desert is near testing facilities or Imperial facilities, because that's where you farm the necessary item for your Mark 5 cutter ray. Yes, and for those who are new, or not say new, if Deep Desert is first arrival, yeah, if you're new to the Deep Desert, that's the best way to not say best way, that's the best stop. Right, so don't forget you survey probe launcher, which I always forget. And normally what I'll do is I'll just survey the whole entire sector A row. A 1 2 3 4 5 until whatever number it is. Technically it is PvE. And I know there is a PvE change for the deep desert, so further down like B, C, D, I think almost halfway in general, most of the a lot of PvE tiles that you can build on. Now the difference is if you go out to the deep desert, or rather away from the A row, things gets a little bit trickier when it comes to farming item. You have to be very, very specific on what item you want to farm. Hey, survey has been performed. Why? Oh, okay. So landscape, we don't have the testing facility, so that's a little rough, so we go to another location. Yeah, my first round is usually just to serve the first 2 to 3 days in the deep desert in general is just surveying spots. The first day obviously is to set up my base. Usually, since I don't play every day and I don't have a lot of... Okay, this is for people who don't play every day, yes, and have kind of limited time-ish. Yeah, just build in the A row. B row, like A tile, yeah, A or B, you should be fine. You can even build on the flat terrain in the desert as well. On the desert sand, it doesn't really matter too much because there's no worms. One thing nice about the A row is there's no worms. It's all outside there. All right, let's see. I need to find the Imperial testing facility because most of my items that I grind is usually from there. I only go out if I need to find titanium and stradivarium. Is that how you pronounce correctly? I'm gonna call it strat. I need to go higher. Yeah, I know you will see lots of people hanging out here. I already saw one building over there. So maybe the testing facility is here? I have a feeling it's over that side. But then again, that's why we survey. Okay. Okay, we found it. It's right over here. Imperial testing station, and of course you have your rack, which is great. Now do note all the racks are PvP, so bear in mind if you want to attempt. Most A row, again, like most racks on the A row, not many people will I cannot say not many people. Okay, I did encounter a few. So I cannot use that word never or hardly, alright? Just bear in mind, it is a PvE area. PvP area. Okay, so great. Now the testing facility is over here. Now what I want to do is time to build. The next thing I would like to build is, since the testing facility is over here, I don't really need to run too much. Let's see. A2. The next part is, of course, you want to find some point of interest, namely a taxi area, like the chat says. Alright, so A2, there should be one. And the next one I like to do is I like to survey a little bit on the landscape and see what materials do I have. Aluminium is over here. Sadly, I did not bring the scout out, so there are a few things I don't have. A few scanners. Okay, great. We have steel over there. That's one of the reasons why you bring out the buggy, because this is where you farm your basic materials, things that you don't carry along. Yeah, okay, cool. I need to find where the battery is. Battery is important, because I'm gonna fuel my base with mostly batteries. Okay, we have copper over here. Batteries is over here. Okay, cool. Now, what I would do, instead of building up here, I will build as close as possible to some of the materials that I will mine in a regular basis. And of course, I will be nice. I will apply the etiquette. It's I will not block any of these resources. So I'm gonna go somewhere a little bit wide, a little bit wide? Yeah, basically unobstructed. So I think I'll build my base right here. Close enough for that, and then it is flat. Now flat, that's the word, flat. Okay, so I'm gonna build it right here. This is flat enough. Okay, I need to bring out a few things. And let the begin. Oh no, I forgot to bring my steel. I forgot to bring some scrap metal. Alright. Here's a little montage of me building stuff.